Picture one of your kids right now. Picture them like wandering around a garden. And there's benches everywhere. And it's kind of the garden of life. And each bench is a different experience. We often find our kids on kind of painful benches. So maybe your 4-year-old's not there yet, but it might be the bench of, I'm the only kid in my class who can't read. Okay. And this, to me, that idea of, do I help my kid become resilient, or do I maximize my kid's comfort and ease and happiness, is like kind of at odds. Because if my kid is on this bench of, I'm the only one who can't read, they're kind of more generally on the bench of, other people have things I don't have, or I feel less than, which I would say is going to be something they're going to feel a million other times over the course of their life. And I think as a parent, we have one of two instincts. We either have the instinct to kind of yank them off that bench and bring them to the bench we see in the sun, the happy bench. My kid says, like, I'm the only one who can't read in my class. And I'll say, I don't know, but you're the best one at soccer and they all suck at soccer. Like something flies out of my mouth because I'm like, come be happy. Or I kind of try to convince them that their bench isn't their bench. I'm like, wait, that can't be true. Or that's not such a big deal. Everyone else is an early reader and you're reading perfectly on time. Whereas both of those approaches, number one, actually make a kid, I would say, much less confident and create a fear of distress. Because a kid's kind of saying, I'm distressed, I'm upset, and I come to my parent, and I guess my parent is as scared of my upset feelings as I am, because they're kind of willing to run circles and do anything for me not to feel it. They're even trying to convince me that my feeling isn't my feeling. I'm like coming to them saying I'm upset, and they're like, no, you're not, but I am. That's why I came to you.
Or you shouldn't be.
Or you shouldn't be. Whereas I think there's really, I've distilled this into 3 lines because I like to get concrete, that are the essence of optimizing for long-term resilience instead of optimizing for short-term happiness. Number 1, I'm so glad you're talking to me about this. That to me is a line every parent should have in their vocabulary. I would say every partner should have in their vocabulary when someone's saying anything that's upsetting. Because what you're really saying is the part of you who feels upset is still attachable to me. I like that part. I'm not scared. Right? I would think someone in a company is like, I need a raise. And you're thinking as a boss, like, you're not getting a raise. If you start the conversation by just saying, I'm so glad you're talking to me about this. Defenses go down. You're on the same team. Immediately, the conversation's going to be more productive. The second line, I think, is the ultimate confidence-producing line for a kid. Because I think about confidence as self-trust, not feeling good. I believe you. I actually think like those are healing words for a lot of our childhoods. Just, I'm the only one who didn't get a chapter book. I'm so glad you're talking to me about this. Yeah, and they handed them out and I got this picture book and everyone else got chapter books. I believe you. And then tell me more. Literally, tell me more. And then what happened? And if you think about your kid on this bench, what you're really doing is you're just sitting down next to them. That's what you're doing. You're just sitting. You're like, tell me the story of kind of what happened. And then what happens 99 times out of 100 is your kid truly gets off the bench to walk away before you do. You're like, oh, they're fine. They just had to kind of like get it out. They had to know they weren't alone in their feelings. That actually builds a kid who becomes incredibly confident and resilient, because the next time they're the only one who, I don't know, doesn't have a cool pair of sneakers or wasn't invited to a birthday party or was the only one in their analyst class who didn't get promoted, they're going to be upset, but they're not going to spiral into the darkest part of the abyss. And that's all about, again, not trying to make our kids short-term happy, but making them long-term resilient.